But now you are going to deploy second, right?
Yes, sir.
So this will be your database.
Yes, sir. So I'm putting this one only. I'm not using this kernel version, sir. Before
Okay.
that, I
No,
used
no, no,
kernel
no
version.
problem. Problem. Yeah.
Okay. 72 micro and keep air access is
Who is my PC? I mean, Amol? Is that Amol?
no, sir.
So you created your own VPC, right?
VPC, and this is the public subnet, and this one is a private subnet. I'm using the private subnet now.
One more thing. Show me the PEM key.
Enable the public, enable the assign auto IP.
Sure, sir.
No, not here, not here, not here. You just go to AWS
Okay,
console.
this one is okay, sir.
Scroll up, scroll up. Oh, okay, Bastion Keeper is attached. Okay, fine. Scroll down.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, now you can directly deploy. Nothing to do here.
Okay, sir.
Everything is fine. So this will be your private machine, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now it was showing like this.
You have orchestra CPU. Did you have any due bills?
No, sir.
Because this problem is based on the limitation. Are you just I think
Previously, I had a lot of instances every day while practicing. I used to launch one instance, but today I terminated all of those and I put only 2 instances here.
Checking the billing detail.
So I have only one instance.
Can you change the go back? Let me create one more.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, you can change the configuration there. Now it's leave, right? Yeah, no problem. Do it one from scratch.
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Can we check it in the billing detail? Any pending amount is
We can just change the mission type as well. Just yeah. You choose any PEM, no problem. Yes. And scroll down. Here, change it to micro. Can you change it to micro?
2 micro.
Scroll down. Yes. No. Mission type.
This one only, sir?
Yes.
Mission type. Yeah. Okay. So can we use a kernel version here?
No. Leave the machine IMI. Go to the mission specification. Scroll down.
Okay, sir.
Instance type. See. Yes. Drop.
Okay, sir.
Choose nano.
Nano.
Yes.
This is not retail eligible.
No, you just click on that.
Okay.
And do the same thing and deploy.
Okay, sir.
I think you have some due bills.
Okay.
change.
This is
submit.
chargeable actually, Dipti.
Yes.
Make sure that once you completed work, you have to shut down that one. I mean, terminate that
Okay, sir.
Scroll down
Okay.
and create.
one.
I need to create a new key pair.
No. You can choose existing one, no problem.
Okay.
For learning purpose. Everything is fine. Your VPC is right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can deploy. Launch.
Okay.
So if you face any issue here as well, then you need to go to billing section and you need to, I think there will be some due bills there.
Okay.
Yes, this is due to the billing issue. Just to go to bill, you can see any payments or due payments there. Type on the services, search. Yeah, both are
Okay.
fine.
Billing and cost.
Bills, third one. Here, go to payment, left side. Last month total $2 you see here. Left side, top payments. Left. Yes, below.
Payment.
You're right.
Yes.
Here we can see the due payments. See, you have 3 payments due. Scroll down.
Okay.
See, these are the 3 pending bills. So
Okay.
I think you are
Scroll to right.
scroll
Yes,
down.
sir.
Right.
Right
I
side.
mean, using the drag to see full.
Scroll to right side.
Right side.
Bar.
Yeah.
No. Scrolling bar there. See, yeah.
Okay.
Mm,
Once I get a bill related to the $25, I put email and way of request also. Then the issue.
Then the issue.
Balance is showing 25.
Yes, but the issue was resolved and I get the email also. But why it was showing like this, I don't know.
You have to chat with that customer care.
Okay.
So they have to ask them to remove that one.
Okay.
Then only we can able to work on. Or else do one thing. Create a new account. Close this
Okay.
account.
That would be
Okay.
yeah.
Better actually. So because
Yeah.
25, 29, 30, 33, $34 close to. Which did you add a credit card?
Yes, I added a credit card also, but
Better
it
you
was
do.
not detected. No, it was
Do
not
one thing.
detected.
Close this account. Open a new
Okay.
account
Okay.
and start working on that one.
Yeah, sure. Mm.
So the issue is based on the due payment. Okay. For example, if we have any dues, then we can only deploy one machine at a time.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Mm.
Then you can stop sharing. You can start.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So any other one try to do our lab? Western host. Only Deepti, right?
Yes, sir.
Any other? Another one, right? My screen is visible, right?
No.
So coming to the networking parts, we have some more topics like coming to networking. Yesterday we discussed Bastion, right? Bastion. So today we will go through the NAT gateway configuration. Amol is not joined today, right? Amol, you there? Okay, fine. So today we will go to NAT gateway. If we have time, then we need to do the lab for VPC peering. This one and this two. Then coming to network part, one more topic there, that is application load balancer. Okay. So today we can go with the NAT gateway. Okay. So what is NAT gateway? Yesterday we discussed, right? NAT have only one-way connection. That is outbound connection. Only traffic goes out from the resource. Okay. Goes out from the resources. From the resources means so which scenario? First, we need to know which scenario we are going to use NAT gateway. Okay. So this is our VPC. So there is two machines in our VPC. Okay. These two machines belongs to same VPC and two subnets are there. This one is public and private one. Consider here there is a database. Okay. We deploy some database servers here. So this will be our DB. And yesterday we discussed one scenario like this machine sometimes needs to talk with connect with the internet and download some packages or any scenarios there, right? So these machines needs to connect internet. So how we will proceed the same scenario? So in this case, we can create a NAT gateway in public subnet. Okay. We need to configure NAT in public. This is our NAT. And we have one route table associated with this private subnet, right? So go to that route table and create one route and pointing to the NAT gateway. So the NAT belongs to public subnet, right? So the NAT have interconnection. And NAT only take the traffic from this database machines. Okay. So these machines talk to internet via NAT gateway. NAT have only one-way connection. So we can say there is no incoming traffic through NAT gateway to the machine, because NAT has only one-way connection, that is outbound. Got it. So how we will connect the machine? Because first we need to connect the machine, right, to checking or to download package. We can use Bastion, right? Consider in the same subnet we have a Bastion host. So first, as a user, we need to log into the Bastion. So from Bastion to database, we can connect, right? Yesterday we already connected via locally, like using the local IP. So now we are logging to the database. So after that, we can configure, or before we can configure the NAT and associate with the subnet. Then when we jump into the database, we can take we can check the connectivity that the database has internet connection or not. Then we can download some packages from internet. Got it. Anyone have any doubt?
No.
Okay. Then we can jump into the lab, right? So same way, I'm going to configure the same scenario that we done yesterday. Okay. So we need a database server, and for connecting, we need a gem server. This is my bastion, and I need to configure one more for the DB. Choosing private one for subnet. I mean, when choosing subnet, and auto assign IP is disabled. Okay, both are done. So first I will take connection. I mean, sign into Bastion host. So first we need to create the file. And copy the PEM content, okay? And paste it here. Okay, PEM is here. My key name is PEM. I name it as PEM. So next thing is change the modification, read permission, and the file name. Fine. Now we need to configure the database security rules. Go to security. Before that, copy the private IP of our Bastion server. Copy. And here, edit inbound. See, by default, that database server receiving traffic from anyone. I mean, when using SSH connection, okay. So that means that database server port number 22 is open for everyone, okay. So we need to change that with our own IP, that only taking traffic from the IP that we given here. Save changes. Now I am going to checking the connectivity between EC2 hyphen user at the rate that IP of database server. The private IP. Only we have the private IP for the database. See, copy one, this one, and paste it here. See, now we are in database server. See that this is IP of database. See here the same private IP. Now we are going to checking internal connection. Okay, ping.8.8.8.8. No connection because that machines does not have internal connection. So our scenario is we need to configure. We need to download some packages to this database server. That's our requirement. So for that scenario, we need to configure NAT gateway. That's the best standard practices. Okay, so we need to go to the NAT. This we can break. Still we are in the same database. Okay, so we just to go to create NAT gateway. We need to go to VPC. There's option to create NAT gateway. Here left side, we can see NAT gateway. See, so click on NAT gateway. In this case, there is no NAT gateway found. So we can create one NAT gateway from scratch. Create NAT gateway. And here we need to provide the name. Make it NAT gateway. And here, when choosing the subnet, okay, we need to specify the public subnet. So in my case, public Apple, this is my public subnet, okay? So choose any public subnet here when choosing, when configuring NAT gateway. So I'm choosing the public subnet. And here we have two options. One is for the public, this connectivity type is public and private, okay? So this NAT gateway is facing public. So that we need to choose public. We can choose NAT gateway for internal communication. So we can choose private, okay? So this will facing, this NAT gateway is facing public or private. As per the requirement, we need to change accordingly. So now I'm going with the public. And when we creating NAT gateway need a static IP, okay? So here we have an option to attach is any existing elastic IP, okay? Static IP, coming to AWS, the static IP name is elastic IP, okay? That means they will release one IP for us. That IP is permanent. We can use any type that is reserved for us. So they will charge for the elastic IP. So in this case, we can create one elastic IP, okay, for attaching. See, now we will get a elastic IP quickly. Allocate, yes. Now we have two elastic IP, I think, okay. So that's fine. Then we can create NAT gateway. So now we created NAT successfully. Then we need to go to the instance EC2 and go to this. Sorry, we need to go to the routing actually. So go back to VPC again. Go to subnet. And go to private Apple. So we need to configure, we need to route one traffic from that machine to the NAT gateway. So go to the root. This is a subnet. Okay, this is a subnet where our database belongs. So just open the subnet and go to the root table. See here only one root from the destination and target. So we need to edit the root table association. Go to the root table. Click on root table, edit roots, and one roots. So here we need to specify the destination and the which target we need to pointing. Okay, so the destination is internet, right? So we need to go to internet, and the target we need to choose NAT gateway. So here we can see NAT. Click on NAT. It will list the NAT. It will take some time, I think. Yeah, see, my NAT is listed here. So choose that and save changes. So what are things that we do? We could open the subnet where our mission belongs, then go to the root table, then come to the root and we added one root that is for destination internet and the target is NAT gateway. Okay. In previous scenario, we do the same. Anyone can access like destination is internet and our target is internet gateway. Okay. In this case, it's NAT. So we can say only outbound traffic for the specified route. Now we can go to EC2 and try the ping test again. Okay. See. Now we have ping connection from the bash server. Sorry, from the database. In previous case, you can see here our ping connection is not pinging to the DNS of Google. Now we can download packages like yum update, sudo yum update. See, it's downloading latest repository. Package from internet. It's completed. We can try installing Apache. Okay. Yum install HTTP -y. See, the web server is installing. Now it's completed. So this way we can download packages from internet using NAT gateway. But still, we don't have any public IP for the database mission, and the mission purely reside on private subnet. So anyone have any doubt? All clear, right? All of you.
Sir, why did we use that repository command? So what we are trying to look there?
Which one?
I think second last.
Second last. This one, right? Or the second command that I used, right? This one.
No, not this one. I think before this one.
This one?
So the repository was written there, so I'm not sure where it was. Yeah, this one.
One,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, this one.
This is updating the, package manager.
Oh, this is the kind of package, right?
Right, right. Package manager
Okay.
means coming to Linux, we need to update everything fine, right? I mean, coming to the packages.
Right.
So it will just updating the latest version.
Okay, okay, got it.
apt update, yum update. That's the commands too.
Right.
And the second one is
Okay.
for
HTTP.
installing Apache. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
See here, these are the things we downloaded actually.
Sir, so the NAT gateway will be in the public subnet only?
Yes, NAT is configured in the public actually. NAT service, actually we configure the NAT service within the public subnet in this case.
Sir, what would be the scenario in case of local, like private? You said like NAT we can use for like there was an option in on the AWS console screen for private and public.
Right,
So
right.
when we use NAT for private,
For
like
example,
scenario.
for internal communication, okay, for example, um, some other machines there, okay. For example, in our same VPC, we have some other machines are there. So we need to take files from that specific machine, okay. For example, this machine doesn't talk with the internet, okay. So that packages as belongs to some other machine. So that cases we can configure private NAT gateway and create a connection privately within the VPC. For that scenario, we can choose private front, private facing NAT gateway.
So basically, it is a kind of switch we can say, like which we are using for a LAN, like but in case of
Right,
virtual,
right, right, right,
we are
right.
using it as a NAT instead of
Yes.
a hardware switch. We are using a NAT in case of virtual.
Right, right, right.
Okay, sir.
See now we take a continuous ping to a Google DNS, okay, and we can go to NAT and remove the NAT. Delete NAT gateway. Delete. So NAT is deleted. We can check. See, that's breaking. And ensure that after creating NAT gateway, we delete the NAT gateway. But deleting NAT gateway doesn't mean deleting the Elastic IP that we attach. So go to the Elastic IP and select all the Elastic IP and remove the Elastic IP. Release Elastic IP. Release. One is released. I accidentally created that one. And this one only delete after the deletion of NAT gateway. NAT gateway is under deletion. See, it's not deleted, it's deleting. It will take some time. After that, we go back to the Elastic IP once again and release this IP. Otherwise, this will charge. Here we can see that connection is lost because NAT is deleted, right? Again, ping, no connection. So this is now deleted. Then go back again, Elastic IP, and select the Elastic IP, release Elastic IP. Not associated with ID. Yes. Yes, now it's released. So in this case, no elastic IP found in this region. That's fine. Got it. So after the lab, we need to ensure that removing all the machines. Otherwise, that machines will be, I mean, it's undercharging some scenarios because this
Sir,
is, yes.
sir, sorry, I think I missed it. Why did we use the elastic IP?
Elastic IP is permanent IP. Okay. If, for example, we need a permanent IP. In both scenario, we can use permanent IP. For coming to on-premise, okay. In on-premise, we need to deploy some web application. So that web applications need a static AP. So we need to ask for the provider, we need a static AP and we need to do the procedure. So they will give a permanent IP for us. I mean the public IP, okay? That IP won't change when we turn off our modem or anything. So the same scenario coming to cloud computing, we need these types of static IPs, okay? For example, some critical application or any scenarios are there. So we didn't take a temporary IP for that. So for that scenario, we need to choose elastic IP, I mean static IP. So coming to AWS, the static IP's name is elastic IP. So we need to go to the elastic IP option and we can request IPs the same way we did earlier, okay? Like when we configure in NAT gateway. So they will assigning static IP for us. So that IP is fully reserved for us, okay? I mean, in any time we can use the same IP. So we can use that IP, I mean, attaching that IP to the virtual machine or any application, any scenarios we can use that IP. In this case, we use the static IP for the NAT gateway. So coming to NAT need a static IP. That's why we configure elastic IP and attaching to that NAT gateway. Got it?
Okay, sir. Yeah. By default, we're gonna use it like, or depending upon the cases, we're gonna use it.
Depending upon the cases.
Can you give one example, sir, just to understand it better?
One example I will tell you, okay? For example, here you can see I have one server, okay? This is my bastion server, okay? For example, I'm changing, this is my web server, okay? Some applications are there, web server. So some critical applications in this server, okay? Will showcasing. So this is my web server. Okay. So, and this is a EC2 machine, EC2. First scenario, I will like explain with the not elastic AP, okay? That means this machine does not have an elastic AP, okay? No static AP or elastic AP, elastic AP. In this scenario, when we configure the EC2, the AWS will assign some IP, right? Public IP. So this machine is a scenario for deploying web application. That's a
Sir,
requirement.
are you on the paint screen?
Right. Oh, I didn't
Sir,
share, right?
we can't see that. Yeah.
So the requirement is we need to deploy a web application. So we need to configure a EC2 machine. This scenario is we didn't configure a elastic IP or a static IP and assigning, okay, to this machine. So we will get a random IP from the AWS. Okay, AWS, when we deploy launching this machine, the AWS will assigning some random IPs, public IPs. So we can use the public IP for remote connection or doing, we can use that IP. Okay. So after that, we will deploy some web server like Apache. We install Apache and we copy the code to the directory and everything is fine. So we can use the public IP to view the web application, right? So, but coming to real world scenario, what will, we didn't use the IP, right? So what we'll do, we take the public IP of this machine, okay? We take the public IP and we go to the domain. We need to buy some domain name for this application. So like abc.com. And we need to configure our web application server IP with this domain name, right? This is a domain resolution, DNS configuration. So coming to DNS configuration, we need to provide the IP, public IP, for this machine. So we provide the public IP and it's resolved with this domain name. So for example, this configuration we can done in duck DNS or the GoDaddy where we buying the domain. Okay, so there will be some option for configuring the records and everything. Related to the machine IP. So we go to there and provide the public IP there. So someone asking to, someone requesting to access the abc.com website. So it's resolved to the IP of the EC2 server, right? So that's the workflow of accessing our application. So here the problem is whenever we turn off the machine, okay, or restarting the machine, this public IP, the random IP will change, right? Because at that time, when, for example, we need to stop the machine for a couple of minutes. After that, we need to turn off. That's the scenario, okay? So at that time, the AWS will give another random IP. So here the problem happened because in previous scenario, we will provide some IP, the old IP here for resolving. But now the IP changed, but here we didn't change anything. So what happened? Someone asking to abc.com, they couldn't see our application because this IP of our actual servers changed. So at that time, we need to take the new IP and go to the this console. Where we configure the DNS console and update the new IP there. So this will be a continuous process when we will get new IPs in this EC2 machine. That's why we can do one thing. We need to use static IP instead of this temporary IP. So coming to AWS, the option is elastic IP. Okay, so go to elastic IP and take one IP from the AWS. So they will give a random, not random, they will give a permanent IP. That means static IP. So we can use the IP and attach to this EC2 machine. So whenever we turn off or restart the machine, then IP won't change. And we can use the same static IP coming to the configuration of DNS.
Okay, sir.
Here we can provide. So this is one simple example of using elastic AP.
Yeah.
Got it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So the NAT gateway is over. Okay, NAT is done. Then the peering connection. Okay, VPC peering. I will briefly briefly explain what is the peering. And we'll do the lab on next class. Okay. So peering is actually, we have two different VPC. Okay. VPC 1 and one more VPC there. VPC2. So that means the VPC1 is on one network, right? For example, 10.0.0.0/16. This is one network. And VPC2 belongs to 10.0.0. or 0.1.0/16. This is another network, right? So there is no connection between VPC1 and VPC2 by default. So some scenarios are there because some resources, okay, some resources means in this subnet, sorry, in this VPC, some subnets are there, right? Subnet 1, subnet 2. Here as well is the same, right? S1 and S2 like that, or S3. So coming to subnet, the machines are there. So requirement is some resources, okay? These machines need to access some machines in VPC2. Got it. So the VPC1 in like some other region, some examples like this will be in US North Virginia, and this will be UK. I mean some London or anywhere. Okay. So or else this VPC in India. Okay. And the resources belongs to subnet that EC2 machines. All the resources belongs to Indian region like Mumbai or Chennai data center, and this is in US North Virginia data center. So this is for example coming to organization. Okay, this is one location, like this is a company, ABC is a company, and this is our first location. Okay, where the employees are working. Some US, this is our headquarter or anything like that. And we have one office in Mumbai, and this is the resources. So in this case, some machines, okay, some machines or some users connection from one location to another location, or one VPC to another VPC. So we need to create a connection between VPC to VPC. So we have an option called VPC peering. So when we use VPC peering to connect between two VPC, so we can use the option peering connection, VPC peering connection. So we will create a peering connection from one VPC to another VPC using VPC peering connection option in AWS, and we need to configure the routing as well as per the requirement. Got it. In simple way, we can say coming to the real world scenario. I mean, when facing interview, okay. So they will ask, we have two VPC, and we need to connect these two VPC. So what are the services that we use? That's a question. So we can say we can use and configure VPC peering option in AWS to connect between two VPC. Okay. So they will ask another question. If you have more than two VPC, what will you do like that? So connection, for two, we can use VPC peering. And for example, we have four VPC or above two VPC. For that scenario, we can use transit gateway. That's another service available in AWS, transit gateway. Okay. So coming section, we can configure VPC peering and check the connection between two VPC that belongs to different region. Okay. That would be fine, right? All of you.
Right, sir.
Okay. So anyone have any doubt on NAT gateway? Then we can discuss. Otherwise, we can wind up today's section. Everything is fine, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we can wind up, right?
Sure.
Okay, fine. Bye. Bye all.
Bye.